My sibling, the spider. I was home babysitting my brothers again. Well, it isn't babysitting if you're the oldest and your parents are working 12 hours a day to make ends meet. We were in the living room watching television. Our living room and kitchen are in the same room. Our house is small, but at least our rooms are upstairs. I was sitting on the stool chair reading yesterday's newspaper that my dad left on the kitchen table. My siblings were arguing again. This happens every time they play with their Power Ranger toys. Aaron wants to be the white Power Ranger, and Eric says no because it's his toy. Aaron snatches the toy from Eric's hand and he flips out. He starts to stomp and pushes Aaron to the floor. He yells louder than usual, making the living room window vibrate. I've never seen Eric act this way. I noticed the rage on Eric's face. It wasn't natural. There was this faint, large shadow figure behind him. He was so amped up, he started screaming at Aaron, calling him stupid, and other names a kid his age shouldn't know. I stood up and told Eric to cool it. He started attacking me verbally, calling me all kinds of names, throwing toys at me and saying that I'm useless, and that I should stop pretending to be like Mom and Dad. His eyes, as he yelled nasty things to me, turned black. So finally, I cussed back at him and told him to go to his room. He growled at me like an animal. Aaron hid under the couch. His voice terrified us, but I couldn't show weakness. I being the oldest and in charge of them, so I yelled at him again to go to his room, or else. He stormed off, yelling up the stairs. That shadow thing followed Eric as he left to his room. Was I seeing things? Little Aaron felt bad, thinking it was his fault Eric got angry like that. He tried going after Eric, and I grabbed him and told him not to. Something was wrong with Eric. I asked Aaron if he saw a shadow figure follow Eric when he went up the stairs, and he replied with, "That's his imaginary friend he talks to when we're supposed to be asleep." I know kids have an active imagination, but talking to someone who isn't there isn't normal. I went back to sitting on the stool and thought about calling my parents at work. As soon as my back was turned, Aaron ran up the stairs. I went after him. He stopped at the landing of the stairs in shock at what he saw. I saw the shadow of a creature with multiple limbs on the wall, but Aaron witnessed something else. It growled and started charging after Aaron on the staircase. He ran down the stairs crying and calling out for me. Then I saw it. That shadow thing I saw must have possessed Eric and morphed him into a spider-like creature. I wrapped my arms around Aaron to protect him as Eric roared and lunged at me. Oh, God. Then I woke up. As an only child, I'm glad I don't have siblings.